Few things strike fear into drivers like the check engine light. It feels like the start of a costly repair bill, but often the fix is far simpler than you think. Your car's computer sometimes just needs a reset, and you can do it yourself without spending a dime. Want to know the secret? We've got you covered. Let's get started. Method 5. Clearing the light with an OBD2 scanner. The check engine light has a reputation for overstaying its welcome. Even after you've tightened a loose gas cap or replaced a faulty sensor, that glow often lingers for days. The reason is simple. Your car's ECU, or engine control unit, has not updated itself yet. While disconnecting the battery can sometimes reset it, the most reliable and efficient way is to use an OBD2 scanner. An OBD2 scanner is a small handheld tool that communicates directly with your car's onboard diagnostic system. Mechanics use them every day, but the beauty is that you don't need to rely on a shop to perform the reset for you. Many repair shops are honest, but there are some that take advantage of people by exaggerating issues or recommending unnecessary repairs. Drivers have reported losing over $1,000 per visit through these free diagnostic check tactics. Owning your own scanner, which costs less than $40, allows you to sidestep all of that. Using it is straightforward. First, you need to find the diagnostic port. Most cars keep it tucked under the dashboard near the driver's footwell, often hidden behind a small plastic cover. Some manufacturers place it in more unusual spots. A Citroën C5 hides it inside the center armrest, while older Volkswagen Passat models put it right beside the handbrake. If you can't spot it immediately, your car manual will point the way. Once you locate the port, turn off the engine and plug in the scanner. Then turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. The device will either automatically read the data or prompt you to power it on. From there, you can view the stored error codes. If the codes relate to problems you have already solved, simply erase them. Some scanners also offer a direct Reset ECU option, which clears every stored code and restarts the learning process. After unplugging the scanner and starting your car, the check engine light should finally disappear. It's a satisfying fix, not just because the dashboard looks cleaner, but because you've regained control. With this simple tool, you can handle one of the most common automotive headaches on your own. And if you want more control, check the fuse box. Method 4. Resetting through the fuse box. For many car owners, the fuse box remains a mystery until a problem forces them to open it. Yet this simple component can be an effective way to tackle electrical issues without resorting to a full battery disconnect. Much like the breaker panel in your home, the fuse box allows you to cut power to specific systems and bring them back online with a quick reset. Take the example of a power window that suddenly stops working. While pulling the battery cable would certainly reset it, doing so wipes out other systems as well, which can create more hassle than you bargained for. A targeted approach works better. By removing the individual fuse tied to the power windows, you stop the current flowing to just that part of the car. After waiting a short period, returning the fuse restores power, often clearing up the issue immediately. Most cars have two fuse boxes. One is usually found under the dashboard near the steering column, and another sits under the hood. Both are labeled, though in some vehicles the placement can be less obvious, which makes the owner's manual a helpful guide. Once you know where the correct fuse is located, the steps are easy. Turn the car completely off, remove the key, and then pull out the fuse. Waiting 20 seconds is usually enough, though a longer pause ensures all power drains from the system. After that, push the fuse back into place, restart your car, and test the accessory. What makes this trick useful is the control it offers. Instead of resetting every single system, you can zero in on the one giving you trouble. Whether it is a malfunctioning radio, a glitchy window, or another minor electrical hiccup, the fuse box reset offers a quick, inexpensive solution that requires no special tools. It is a small piece of know-how that saves unnecessary stress and gives you confidence in handling problems that might otherwise send you straight to a mechanic. But sometimes the whole system needs a fresh battery reset. Method 3. Disconnecting the battery. When your car begins to run rough, the transmission hesitates, or the check engine light suddenly appears, it is easy to assume you are facing an expensive repair. In reality, these issues sometimes stem from nothing more than a confused computer. Cars rely heavily on the ECU, or electronic control unit, which acts as the brain for engine performance, fuel delivery, and even emissions. Like any computer, it can become overloaded or store faulty information. Excessive vibration, a weak battery, or even unusual electrical interference can throw it off balance. The good news is that you can often restore normal function with a simple reset, and it requires nothing more than a basic tool and a little patience. The process begins by turning off the ignition and disconnecting the battery. Always start with the negative terminal, then the positive, and secure both cables so they do not touch the battery while you work. To speed up the discharge of any lingering electrical current, you can link the two cables together with a jump lead for 10 seconds. If you do not have a lead, leaving the battery disconnected for 15 minutes will accomplish the same thing. For an extra measure, turning on the headlights or pressing the brake pedal helps drain residual power stored in capacitors. Once the system is completely discharged, reconnect the battery by attaching the positive terminal first, followed by the negative. At this stage, the ECU will have cleared its memory and restarted fresh. Some vehicles adapt quickly, while others, particularly those with higher mileage, may take a day or two of normal driving to recalibrate. If you want to speed up the process, you can reset the idle by switching on the air conditioning, revving the engine to about 2000 RPM, and holding it steady for several minutes before repeating with the AC off. This method is one of the most reliable ways to bring your car back to normal performance, but it comes with a trade-off. Disconnecting the battery wipes out saved settings, from radio presets to the clock, and can even reset certain security features. It is effective but less precise, which is why some drivers turn to more targeted methods when available. Still, not every warning comes from electronics. Sometimes it's the fuel cap. Method 2. Don't overlook the fuel cap. One of the simplest causes of a check engine light is also one of the easiest to fix. Believe it or not, a loose or damaged fuel cap is responsible for a significant number of warning lights. Many drivers immediately picture expensive repairs when they see that amber glow on the dashboard. But in some cases, all that is needed is to secure or replace this small piece of plastic. The fuel cap plays a critical role in the Evaporative Emissions Control System, or EVAP system. Its job is to seal the fuel tank so vapors cannot escape into the atmosphere. When the cap is not tightly sealed, the car's computer interprets it as a leak. That is why error codes such as P0455 and P0457 often point directly to the EVAP system. While a loose cap won't damage your engine, it will allow fuel to evaporate. Government estimates suggest that drivers can lose up to 30 gallons of fuel each year this way, which is more than $100 wasted. Checking the cap takes only a moment. Open the fuel door, remove the cap, and give it a close inspection. Look for cracks, dents, or worn areas. The rubber seal is especially important. If it is cracked, frayed, or stretched out, vapors can leak even when the cap appears tight. If you do spot damage, replacement caps are inexpensive and widely available online or at auto parts stores. Avoid buying one directly from a dealership unless you want to risk an inflated price tag. Stories of shops charging several $100s for a part that costs under $50 are not uncommon. If the cap looks fine, reinstall it and make sure you hear the familiar clicking sound as you twist it closed. No clicks often means the mechanism inside has worn out and it should be replaced. After addressing the issue, the check engine light may not disappear instantly. The ECU needs to run its checks, which can take a few driving cycles. If you want to clear the light right away, an OBD2 scanner will do the job. For such a small fix, this step saves you money, stress, and an unnecessary trip to the shop. And when rough idling continues, a throttle body reset helps. Method 1. Resetting the throttle body. Sometimes after resetting the ECU, a new issue appears that can leave drivers confused. The car may idle roughly, hesitate when accelerating, or even stall at inconvenient moments. This usually means the ECU has fallen out of sync with the throttle body. Since the ECU relies on the throttle body's position to determine how much fuel should be delivered, any misalignment between the two can upset the balance of air and fuel. The result is poor performance that feels more serious than it actually is. Fortunately, this is not a mechanical failure. It simply requires the car's computer to relearn the throttle body position, a process known as a throttle body reset or idle relearn. This reset is a quick procedure that you can perform without tools. Begin by parking on level ground and engaging the handbrake. Turn the ignition key to the on position without starting the engine. This activates the electronics but leaves the car stationary for the next step. Slowly press the accelerator pedal all the way down over a period of about 3 seconds. Holding it at full throttle for another 3 seconds helps the ECU register the maximum range of movement. Next, release the pedal slowly, again taking a few seconds to let it rise back to its resting point. This deliberate pace ensures the ECU can record the correct throttle response curve. Once you have done this, turn the engine on and let the car idle without touching any pedals. Allow the engine to idle for at least 5 minutes. During this time, the ECU recalibrates its settings based on the throttle body's current position and conditions. When the idle smooths out, the process is complete. If you want to be thorough, take the car for a short, gentle drive. Keep your foot light on the accelerator to give the ECU time to adapt under normal driving conditions. By the time you finish, the hesitation and stalling should disappear. This reset may only be needed occasionally, but knowing how to perform it yourself saves unnecessary trips to the mechanic and restores confidence in how your car is running. So next time that dreaded light appears, don't rush to the mechanic. These reset tricks could save you hundreds, maybe even thousands. Which method will you try first? Let us know in the comments, and if you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more car-saving secrets.